And we're back for a slithery, slimy episode of...
The Horror Guys!
Yay!
It's Anaconda week.
Yeah. And it's not as bad as it sounds.
No.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Kevin.
And as always, we're brought to you by HorrorMonthly.com. Issue number 53 just dropped this week. And I'm a little impressed with the cover, if I do say so myself.
Because you made it yourself?
Well, no.
From scratch, you hand drew it?
No.
Okay. But you assembled it.
It's a 3D dragon. Yes, It's very cool.
It is very cool.
And, of course, it's got all last month's reviews, every last one of them. Long films, short films, and everything in between.
It's a lot of movies.
Very cool. Yeah, let's check that out. HorrorMonthly.com. Available at Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Yeah, any place you get your books.
Mm-hmm.
This week, though...
It's all about the snake.
It's all about the snake.
Mm-hmm.
We watched the original Anaconda from 1997 a couple years ago. It was in 2023 when we did that one. But this week, we're watching the rest of the story.
And I feel that Anacondas, the original Anaconda, my favorite part is John Voight's wink.
His little wink at the end? Yes, absolutely. That's the tip of the movie right there.
Yep, right there.
Maybe the whole peak of the whole series.
If you haven't seen the original Anaconda, you need to see it at least for that.
Yeah, these are often considered, examples of horrible junk movies, but I was entertained with all of them.
I was too.
I mean, they're not great. A couple of them are sci-fi cheesiness, but
I was not bored.
No, well, they're all right.
They all had entertainment value.
None of these, I don't regret any of them.
No. But
a couple of them are actually pretty good.
I do have a favorite, though.
So do I, which we'll talk about in a little while.
Yeah, we will.
Okay, well, we'll start off with the second film, Anacondas, The Hunt for Blood, The Blood Orchid from 2004, and then the two real sequels, Anaconda 3 Offspring and Anaconda Trail of Blood, two of them that were made back-to-back and aired on the Sci-Fi Channel. And then we'll watch last year's Chinese remake called, amazingly enough, Anaconda. And lastly, we'll watch the recently released, mostly comedy, Anaconda with Jack Black from 2025.
Okay, that's a lot of snake.
Even one of them is a lot of snake.
Yes.
And some of these have multiple snakes.
Mm-hmm. Many, many snakes.
Well, may as well start at the beginning, or at number 2 in this case, with 2004, Anacondas, The Hunt for Blood Orchid.
The Blood Orchid.
Yes.
Hunt for the Blood Orchid.
Directed by Dwight Little. Writer is Hans Bauer and Jim Cash. Stars Morris Chestnut, KaDee Strickland, Eugene Byrd. 97 minutes. And there's a trailer on YouTube. Look at that. I do like that poster.
Yeah, that is neat. Yeah.
Spoiler free, what happens?
Well, when a pharmaceutical company gets information that an orchid that only blooms for a limited time, only grows in Borneo, and could have incredible medical uses, there's a group that goes off on an expedition to collect some. And as the title hints, there are big snakes in the mix.
A little bit.
Yes, the human mistakes and greed are abundant in this. It's not a great film, I mean, as we mentioned, but it's well put together, and it did manage to entertain us both.
This is probably the weakest of the bunch, but it also sets up the main storyline for the next 2 or 3, well, the rest of the series, really, with the orchids. Mm-hmm. The orchids come back repeatedly.
And there's the orchids are the reason the snakes are so big.
Which we'll talk about later doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but okay.
There's a lot of things that don't make a whole lot of sense in it, but just sit back.
That's the part I don't believe.
Sit back, watch, and be entertained, and don't think about it too much.
As credits roll, we open on some jungle people hunting a tiger, or maybe it's hunting them. The tiger might be the least of these guys' problems, since a giant anaconda eats them instead. Well, so much for poachers.
Yep.
In the big city, Gordon is about to lose his pharmaceutical company for lack of performance. Jack explains about the blood orchid, a plant in Borneo that's extremely rare and might be able to extend human life indefinitely. Well, that'd be worth going for, wouldn't it?
It would.
So they send like 3 guys. The orchid is only in bloom for another 2 weeks, so they need to hurry to Borneo and find some more. When they get to Borneo, there's trouble with the charter boat. No one will go upriver until the rainy season ends in 3 weeks. Helicopters are never mentioned.
No, they're not.
Why?
Because it's Borneo. They don't believe in helicopters there.
Even if they couldn't land, you could drop people down with a rope for the kind of money these guys have got to spend.
Yeah, they have an unlimited budget, basically. Yeah.
Well, there's one guy who will take him up there. Gordon, Gale, and Jack go into a seedy bar and find Bill Johnson, who wants $50,000 for the journey. Ben, Cole, Tran, and some other characters introduce themselves at the docks the next day. There's some banter and hijinks as we get to know the characters a little. Yep, they all play games and they're silly and Bill's little monkey pet takes a side quest and runs into trouble. They can hear the screams on the boat. In the morning, they all wonder where the monkey went.
And we have a strong suspicion.
He may have gotten eaten. He just might have.
Might have.
Gale falls overboard and runs into a crocodile. Crocodiles too?
Yes. All kinds of creepies.
Well, Bill shows us that he's a badass and fights it, one-on-one with a knife in the river. What we see, but the characters don't, is the Anaconda then eats the dead crocodile. Also, the not-so-dead monkey comes back for an unexpected jump scare.
He enjoyed that. That monkey liked that jump scare.
Yeah, he did.
He was very proud of himself.
Because of the rainy season, the river's flooded and debris jams the propellers. Now they're headed toward a waterfall in a broken boat. There is literally no possible way that the boat could survive going over the waterfall, and we were pleasantly surprised that it didn't.
Because it does sometimes in movies.
Like it pops to the top and they're all fine.
Yeah.
No, it breaks into a little million pieces.
Yeah.
With everyone in the water, we see the snake again, but it doesn't get anyone.
Yet.
Bill has a plan to hike to a place where they can be rescued. It only involves a short walk through the jungle.
Yeah, he points and is like, oh, it's just 2 or 3 days that way. And it's just completely solid green. It's just...
What could go wrong?
Yeah.
All right, well, it's got a very TV movie vibe to it, but it was, in fact, a theatrical release. I checked because I knew some of them were going to Sci-Fi straight, but this didn't. It was a theater movie first. It's also the last in the franchise to focus mostly on practical effects. There's still plenty of CGI going on with this one.
Yeah, there is.
The story is very predictable, and you know how it's going to play out. Still, it's nicely paced, the characters are distinctive, and it more or less all makes sense. It's not great, but it was entertaining if you like big CGI snakes.
Watching it was a pleasurable experience.
And this takes the sequels. I'm going to come up with a law one of these days of sequels that the second movie is always the worst.
It often is.
When you get these franchises, the first one is always the best. It's a big hit. It made a lot of money. People love it. So they do a cash grab and write a second one in a hurry. The second one is never any good.
Well,
sometimes
never
though,
say never, but
Hellraiser 2 was really, really good.
Yeah, there's
not a lot of 2s out there that are good though.
Alien 2, there's some exceptions. Mostly though.
The
second one is usually weaker.
But if the second one does make enough money, they'll get a chance for a third one. Will they take their time and do it right? Mm-hmm. And either the second one, 1, 2, 3 goes downhill, and they go.
Just
fall off a cliff like Hellraiser.
Downwards.
Hellraiser just got worse and worse.
Downward slope, yeah.
Or they're consistent, like this one. Mm-hmm. They're all well, the first one was really good, and the rest are acceptably mediocre.
Yeah.
They're good enough. They're all right.
They're entertaining.
Not great art, but I'll watch them.
Yeah.
And we did. We watched Anaconda 3, Offspring, next, from 2008. Directed by Don E. Fauntleroy. Written by Nicholas Davidoff and David C. Olson. Stars. Who's a star?
Who?
David Hasselhoff.
Don't hassle the Hoff.
Maybe my little rule there about number 3 being up maybe wasn't quite as accurate.
But he wasn't awful in it.
Yeah, he was.
Okay, he was.
David Hasselhoff, Crystal Allen, Ryan McCluskey, Patrick Regis, John Rhys Davies, and Anthony Green. Hour and 31 minutes. Trailer in the show notes.
Okay.
We have changed the font for the credits, and it is really distracting. There's Hasselhoff, front and center on the poster.
Yep, top billing.
He is in this.
Yeah, a lot.
Spoiler free. The Blood Orchid from the previous movie only works on snakes, we find out, and it works very well in the lab, which they quickly break out of. The company wants to keep it quiet, so a team of expendables are sent to retrieve the snakes. It's watchable, but pretty low effort and mediocre. The sequels are not heading the right direction in quality.
But it was still entertained.
The pair of this one and the next one are all right.
Mm-hmm.
Individually, this one's kind of bad.
Yeah.
All right, well, what happens?
Well, we open on 4 men walking through the woods, which doesn't look very much like a jungle.
No.
And there's a big snake crawling through the trees above them.
And this does eventually make sense when we find out what's going on, that it's not the jungle.
Yeah, Suddenly, they're attacked by the snake, and there's a lot of shooting, and credits roll.
As many times as the people shoot at this snake, it would be long dead. These guys, there's like 6 guys with machine guns, the full type.
Yeah.
And they can't hit the snake? Really? Come on, it's a big snake.
Very big snake. The snake wouldn't be as bulletproof as it was here. I mean, they're supercharged on Blood Orchids, but they're still not going to be bulletproof.
No.
Mr. Murdoch, he listens to a report on the testing of a new drug that had horrible results. He tells Pincus that PETA has been complaining about the company and the leak that told him about it. They have Queen Anaconda in their lab.
Anacondas have queens now.
Yes, and they've been working on a blood orchid extract, and it does seem to be working, only in snakes so far. It's lethal in humans, but they're working on it.
It'll heal your snake and make it big.
And Mr. Murdoch has terminal cancer. He's the head of the company, so he's got a vested interest in wanting this formula to work and be a universal cure-all for everything. Well, the experiments, the trouble they've done, the serum, it makes the snakes really huge and really aggressive. And the holding tanks aren't strong enough. This is a problem. Well, Amanda Hayes is the herpetologist of the faculty. She's saying she wants bigger, stronger cages. And she picks up right away that Murdoch is dying and wants the serum to live longer.
He's here for a visit. They've never seen him before.
Yeah. Well, sure enough, a big snake breaks through the glass and kills the technician.
Oh, boy, does he.
Yeah. And the base goes on lockdown as the snake disappears, bites a head off of a security guard on the way to the Queen. And then the Queen is loose, too. And Amanda goes to the main lab, and there's a whole bunch of breakouts. The snakes were smart enough to break out. Well, Murdoch orders Pincus and Grozny, a couple of thugs, to take care of the situation.
They don't.
No, not very well. Well, we cut to Hammett, the guy we saw in the opening scene, selling rhino horns on the black market.
Hasselhoff's a good guy.
Yeah.
Selling those rhino horns.
Well, we see that he's a badass, even without the wild animals. Pincus calls him to hunt the snake, and they form a ragtag collection of diverse caricatures that heads off to hunt the snake.
All right. And it goes exactly according to plan, of course.
And, and the snakes encounter some people, too, because it's like, it's not the jungle, not in the middle of nowhere.
Nope.
Yeah. No. So there's a farmer and some various other victims as well.
Well, this one was made for TV by the Sci-Fi Channel, simultaneously with the 4th film. You know how they are. They get 2 for 1.
Mm-hmm.
The CGI is just atrociously bad with the snake. This was 2008, by the way, so yeah, they tried.
They did. They tried really hard.
The characters here are all the cliched types that you'd expect to see in a cheaply made film. The writers here must have seen Predator a few times, as some of the characters and situations were ripped right from the film.
Real reminiscent.
I fully expected Hasselhoff to say he ain't got time to bleed.
Yes.
In the previous film, the tough guy was killing anacondas with a throw of a knife. Here, 6 guys empty their Uzis into one repeatedly, and it doesn't slow down. It ends with a little bit of a cliffhanger, obviously leading into the 4th film.
You betcha.
Murdoch and his assistant are still alive, and they have one of the snakes. Amanda's still alive, and she may or may not be back to fight snakes again. It's okay, but it's far from great. It's got Hasselhoff, which really tells you all you need to know about the quality.
Mm-hmm. Don't hassle the Hoff.
The snake did.
Mm-hmm.
The snake hassled him pretty good.
Sure did.
2009, Anaconda's Trail of Blood. Directed by Don Fauntleroy again, written by David C. Olson, stars Crystal Allen, Lyndon Ashby, Danny Midwinter, and John Rhys Davies. No Hoff in this one.
No, he got killed.
He got eaten bad.
Spoiler, yeah.
Hour and 29 minutes, trailer in the YouTube. All right, spoiler free.
This one follows the 3rd movie closely as a sequel. with the surviving baby snakes, Alex and Murdoch. They're all back for more, as well as a bunch of new snake victims. And again, greed and mistakes are still supporting characters as well. It's on par with the quality of the third film. Doesn't have Hasselhoff. Maybe a hair better because
Same
of
thing.
that. Yeah. If you saw the third one, you should see the fourth one.
Yeah, it's a It's a two-parter,
Yeah,
really.
to see how things wrap up.
With the retrieval of the Blood Orchid and the Anaconda babies, the research continues in Peter's lab. Now the snakes can regenerate when their heads are cut off. Oh, that's so much better.
That's not good.
We get a good look at the lab, and the big snake clearly wants out. It easily escapes and kills the scientist who had the snake at the end of the previous film. At Murdoch's house, Eugene arrives to pick up $1 million if he'll do a little job for Murdoch. Murdoch thinks the scientist stole the orchid formula and is offering it to the highest bidder. He's lost contact with that scientist we just saw eaten.
Mm-hmm.
He wants Peter the scientist dead, and also Amanda if she should show up.
And coincidentally, Amanda is going to show up.
Meanwhile, in Eastern Europe, where the Anacondas live, right?
They do now.
A hiker gets lost in the woods. Alex has no idea how to read a paper map. He runs into Amanda and her 2 policeman assistants. They find signs of a big predator. Is that just a joke, or kids today not be able to read paper maps?
I think it was kind of a joke.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Not long after, Jackson, an archaeologist, tells his crew about the important discovery they're about to make. They stop at a fallen tree and have to walk the rest of the way to their camp. They mention that there's no cell service or radio out here.
Uh-oh.
It's Eastern Europe, not the middle of the desert. Amanda's group finds Peter's enhanced orchids in his lab. Oh, they're kicking him up a notch.
Mm-hmm.
She plants bombs to wipe out the flowers, but then the snake shows up and kills the 2 policemen she brought with her.
And this is why the snakes are in Eastern Europe, because that's where the lab was, where they took the babies to experiment.
All right.
Yeah, it's not their natural habitat, but it'll do.
Amanda and Alex make their way out through a mine shaft. That was convenient.
Mm-hmm.
And she hears the snake roaring behind her. Snakes roar now, too.
Yeah, they do.
Like a lion.
And I noticed occasionally you hear a rattlesnake rattle, too.
Uh-huh. Yep.
These are not rattlesnakes.
And the snake is about to kill her when part of the roof collapses on it and she escapes. That's not the end of things, though, as you can imagine. Much hijinks ensue.
Yes, lots of people.
Well, again, the snake sounds like a roaring lion every time I see it. Snakes don't roar. They don't even growl. I'm not sure why Amanda was so intent on blowing up the flowers, since curing cancer is usually considered a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yes.
stop experimenting on these giant snakes.
Yeah, give up the snakes. Stick with the flowers.
Try, lab rats and things.
Yeah, they don't need the snakes. The snakes are just a side effect of the testing.
Yeah, and they got loose.
And that makes no sense. Why would you want those snakes? The snakes don't make the flowers.
Well, initially, it only worked in the snakes. So that was hopefully going to give them a springboard to be able to make it so it would work on people.
You don't need to wait until they grow to the size of a house to test them, though.
No, you don't.
Anyway, the film mostly continues the plot from Part 3, but also incorporates some of the ideas of the second film as well. There's not much connection to the original at all. It does wrap up the previous film, but otherwise it's kind of lackluster. It's a sci-fi sequel.
Maybe a hair better than the previous one. And I was going to mention Machine Gun Shooting 101. There's a lot of mercenaries and pros, that would know better. And they see the giant snake and just totally freak out and start shooting their machine gun up in the air instead of no, if there's a monster or something coming at you, aim at that. And
point at the thing you want to
then
shoot.
Pull the trigger. Don't just yell and go into the air. That's not as effective.
Yeah.
No, just helpful tip from horror guy Kevin.
And then in 2024, China bought the rights to the Anaconda series. And oh boy, these names.
I'll let you read these names.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Directed by Zhang Kuilang and Zhang Hesheng. Stars Terrence Yin, Nita Zia, Paul Shea, Zhu Kong, Ken Lok, Wang Xing Chen, Wang Gang, Wang Zirun, Zhu Xiaohang, and Wu Hao. Hour and 24 minutes. That wasn't too bad.
No, that wasn't bad.
And there is a trailer on YouTube. And I'm going to jump right in there. This is my favorite of the week.
Me too. Yeah, it was. I was surprised by how good this was.
Yes, I was expecting this to be really awful, and it was the best of the bunch.
It's not awful at all. I'm
not going to say it's necessarily better than the first one.
I'm going to put it second after the first one.
Yeah,
as far as
exactly.
My favorite. Yeah, the 1997 original. And this is a reboot of the 1997. It's not a sequel.
Yeah. It's reboot, remake, whichever.
And there's similarities to the original and quite a few differences too. It's
look at you going with the spoiler free. You're taking it easy this week.
Yeah. A group of circus folks traveling the river run into deadly hijinks with bad people and badder snakes. So many snakes. Oh, this one really. If you've got a snake phobia, yeah. They've got normal-sized snakes and giant-sized snakes.
And the snakes are very realistic looking.
Some of them are real, I believe.
I think so.
Yeah, there's a mix of CGI and real ones in this one. It moves well with entertainment, and the action is good. And like we said, we'd say it's almost good, almost as good as the U.S. original.
Well, the original, if you remember back, the original wasn't really...
It wasn't a great movie.
It was good because it was bad.
Yeah.
It was so overacted and hammy. It was John Voight. My God, he over ham. Yeah, wow. Yeah, but overall, it was not great. This was good.
It was, yeah.
Well, the four men on a boat talk about the red anaconda, which is the worst kind, and the place they're going to is cursed. That's what you want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Right away, there's some treachery as one guy stabs another in the neck and then cuts his head off, which is promptly eaten. They're here to poach poisonous snakes, and they soon have sackfuls.
Mm-hmm.
As one man carries a sack to the boat, he's eaten whole by a giant anaconda. It then gets the third man, only leaving that nasty leader guy alive. He recognizes the crimson anaconda and smiles evilly as credits roll. That's the one he wants.
Yes, it is.
We cut to a very weird variety show. During a water escape act, everyone notices a big snake above the tank. It falls in and the audience freaks out. Turns out it's part of the show. The audience doesn't appreciate the show and they demand a refund. Mr. Jin comes in and buys the whole show. He wants to take all the actors to Thailand. Going to put on a big show there for the locals. It'll be great.
And it's kind of a weird show because it is small.
Very small, like a circus act almost.
But it's circusy, yeah. And yeah.
Yeah, weird. Len doesn't want to go and quits the act. She then changes her mind at the last minute and decides to come along with her pet snake, Jimmy. And they set sail.
That was Jimmy that helped her interact.
Yes. Right away, one of the men on the boat gets snake bitten. But it's not a poisonous snake, so we see how the snakes work in this world. There's a zombie jump scare. What? Nope, it's just a new act that one of the guys is developing for the circus. They open the door and this dead man walks out at them, and it's just a guy in makeup.
Surprise.
Well, the boat stops. The captain shows them a huge pile of garbage and debris that's blocking the river. Oh, the captain.
Mm-hmm.
He is something.
Yeah, he's a caricature by himself.
He's like one of the Night of the Living Dead zombies mixed with Peter Cushing.
Yeah.
He is gaunt
crossed
looking.
Over. Yeah. Uh-huh.
The boss doesn't want to take a detour as he's got something sketchy planned, so they decide to blow up the stuff blocking the river. The debris is jam-packed with snakes. This is all sounding very familiar. We've seen this scene before.
Yeah.
The debris is jam-packed with snakes, and it's soon raining reptiles all over the boat. There's a lot of snakes.
So many snakes.
And the same scene was in the first movie and in the second movie where they blow up the dam. And this is so much better than those first two. Mm-hmm. This is really good. It's worth the movie by itself.
Yeah, Husworthy.
Well, there's an accident, and a man falls overboard. He runs into Jeff, who's the snake poacher guy we saw in the opening sequence. Jeff then joins them aboard the ship, and helps when one of the men gets a snake stuck in his ear. Yeah, you heard that right. There's a snake stuck in his ear.
A little cute little snake.
Lan knows snakes, and she says that man was bitten by a poisonous one and didn't flinch. So Jeff is snake-proof.
Mm-hmm.
How many bites does it take to grow immunity?
He's been in the business a while.
There's something about Jeff that she doesn't like. All right, and people start dying.
Mm-hmm. And the snakes start attacking.
And being a much newer film, the CGI snakes are the best of the series.
Yeah, it does have the best CGI.
Yeah, it's the best looking. It is a real film in the series, as the Chinese company bought the rights to make this. And as we'll find out in the next movie, the rights to make this is actually debatable sometimes.
Yeah, it is.
And I never did catch most of the characters' names, but they're all distinctive enough that you can tell everybody apart and easily distinguishable from one another. It's nicely paced, looks fantastic, has a lot of humor in it. It's Chinese and it's subtitled, but it's still funny in a lot of places.
Yeah, I thought it was very good.
And it works very well overall, I thought.
I thought it was funnier in a lot of places than the Anaconda remake from 2025.
The actual comedy
that's
version,
supposed to be
yes.
an actual comedy.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah.
Yeah, comedy movies are just a little bit too contrived sometimes.
So in 2025, they decided Paul Rudd and Jack Black should star in a comedy remake, reboot, meta kind of movie.
Well, the first one was pretty funny in itself. Directed by Tom Gormican, written by Tom Gormican and Kevin Etten, stars Jack Black, Paul Rudd, Steve Zahn, Thandwe Newton, Daniela Melchior, and Sultan Mello. 99 minutes. Trailer in the show notes. And there they are, Paul Rudd and Jack Black getting squished by snakes.
Hilarity will ensue.
And Jack Black looks like he's screaming, which that's
is
what he does,
that's
right?
What he does. He just shows up and screams in every movie.
A lot of times. A quartet of people on the fringes of some show business obtain the rights, see what I mean, to the original Anaconda movie and decide to remake it on a location in the jungles of Brazil, where there just happens to be actual giant anacondas. It's not exactly a horror movie, it's a comedy adventure, but they are making a horror movie, and there is a big old snake that eats people. It's well made with a strong cast. We both thought it was okay.
It was okay.
If you are a horror fan, that's not a reason to watch this. But it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
I don't regret it. Well, what happens?
There's a French couple out in the Amazon rainforest, and they know they're in trouble. When she makes her escape, some guy is eaten by a giant snake, and credits roll.
One of those what's going on here stories.
Well, we cut to a conference room where Doug McAllister tells a scary story that's really just his idea of a wedding video. He makes wedding videos, and he's selling it to this couple.
He wants a horror wedding video.
Yeah. We also meet Ronald Griffin, who's an actor playing Dr. Number 3, but he quickly gets fired. On the way out, he stops to look at the poster for the original Anaconda film, and it gives him an idea. Well, both men wind up at Doug's surprise birthday party that evening. They both made amateur horror movies when they were 13, and they all miss it. Afterward, they all talk about the original Anaconda film again. And Griff mentions that he's got the rights to the film now.
We know the Chinese have it.
Well, we know that, yeah. He wants to reboot the series, indie style, filmed in the actual Amazon. Kenny, the videographer, and Claire, the actress, agree to participate in it. Doug is reluctant, but his wife is all for it. So the group gets to the process of writing, planning, and financing the film. And they soon arrive in the rainforest, where we meet Santiago, the snake handler. Santiago knows all about anacondas, showing them one that he even has in a cage.
He has a tame one that they use for movies.
Yeah. Well, we also see that Anna, that French woman from earlier, she's skulking around, still being hunted by strange men. She steals the keys to a boat and pretends to be the pilot. It's the filmmaker's boat.
Aha, I got them all together now.
Yep. And the group starts filming right away. We get a montage of the actors and crew doing their things. And afterward, they all compare headbutting styles. Later that night, a giant anaconda slithers through their bedrooms on the boat. In the morning, they find that it's Santiago's snake that got out of the crate.
It looked a lot bigger at night than it did in that cage.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. Well,
okay, maybe we should stop there.
Yeah, you think?
Things go haywire.
Yeah, things get zany.
Actually, I think I laughed more at the Chinese version from the previous year.
I did too.
Still, it's an interesting concept, remaking a movie that the film is based on while running into other people doing the same thing.
Uh-huh.
There's multiple remakes of Anaconda in just this one movie.
Yes, there is.
It's fine for a goofy comedy, and it does use a lot of the horror tropes. Still, it could have used more winking Jon Voight.
Yes, it could have.
Who actually got name dropped, and some of the people from the original movie show up in this too.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
It's all right. It was fine. But that's all we're ever going to see of no, there's still one more.
No, they're done with Anacondas, right?
In a couple of weeks, we'll get to the next one. It's a crossover movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have to do the original series of Lake Placid is coming up soon, but not next week.
Anaconda versus Lake Placid.
Yeah, or the other way around. I don't remember which it was.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, yeah, so that's all the Anacondas for this week. Tune in next week where we will have 5 more completely randomized horror films.
Not
Anaconda. We're not going to do Reptile Month after all.
Okay.
The Super Bowl got in the way.
Yeah.
But that's it for this week. I'm Brian.
And I'm Kevin.
And we'll see you next week.
See ya.